This devotion is based on Psalm 136. I always remember this psalm because I remember it being read out in church. It has this, every single verse has this, his love endures forever, with a different statement at the start. And people would read the first statement. We would all reply, his love endures forever. Great psalm. Two themes in this psalm. Number one, we need to be thankful. Number two, it's about God's love. Verse 1 says, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Now, the timing of this psalm when it was written is after exile. We know that because the description of God here is God of heaven right at the end. And we know that was used after exile. And we know with the timing, they had been through a lot, God's people, a lot to reflect on, a lot to be thankful for. So the two big themes, one being thankful. It's an attitude to cultivate for sure, but it is something to do. That's what this psalm is about, actually doing it, being thankful. We need to speak it out. And here we speak out about God's character. He's good, he's loving. Here we speak about God's action, how he puts that character into practice in big ways. So all of us actually need to review what we want from God, what our expectation is, so that thankfulness can be alive in us. And the second theme is this theme of God's love. That common phrase, his love endures forever. It's almost like a repetition here, because the word love here needs to be looked at. It's God's unfailing love, God's hesed love, God's steadfast love, his loving kindness. His love is sure and steadfast and faithful, and it goes forever. So the repetition is God's unfailing love forever. It's always there, always there. Powerful stuff. Then they work through their reasons for God's love. There's verses 1 to 3 is about creation, verses 4 to 9. Verses 1 to 3 is about who God is. Verses 4 to 9 are about his creation. Verse 10 to 22 is about his rescue. Their story of rescue was Egypt. Our story of rescue is that, plus Jesus. But I love the wrap up. Verse 23 says, he remembered our low estate. The Living Bible says he remembers us in our weakness. Give thanks to God, for he is good. His love endures forever.